Hey, this week on the Life and Mission podcast, I want to talk to you a little bit about the show Chopped. It's the Food Network show where chefs have to make some kind of awesome dish to win a competition out of random ingredients, and they don't know what those ingredients are until they open their baskets at the beginning of the show. If you've ever watched the Food Network, I'm sure you've heard of the show Chopped. This is the program where 4 chefs compete and they have these random baskets of ingredients. And they open up the baskets at the beginning of the show and they look inside and they have these astonished looks on their faces. And they're looking into this basket and they're like, what is this? And this is random, or, oh, I would never put this in a dish. And then they have to make these award-winning meals out of whatever was in the basket, and they do really amazing things with this food, and it's fun to watch, and there's a lot of running around. It's exciting. But have you noticed the story element? Every show has a story element in it, not only the story of can these chefs make something in 20 minutes or 30 minutes out of these random ingredients. In this show, just before the chefs present their very first dish to the judges, each one has to answer the question, what would it mean for you to win Chopped? And that's what I want us to pay attention to, because when we're writing to our supporters and potential supporters, we really have to get good at explaining to them, what would it mean? What does it mean when this vision is fulfilled? What does it mean for this project to get funded? What does it mean? So at first glance, Chopped is just a show about chefs competing to cook the best dish based on a basket of random ingredients. You know, they have to think on their feet, they have to draw on their expertise, they have to adapt and adjust. They do it all on a strict timeline, and only one can win. That's exciting, right? That's a good storyline in its own, right? But the winner gets $10,000, but winning Chopped means so much more than money. And that's the story element of the show. Each chef is playing for something that's personal to them, to prove something to themselves, to their family, or even to an entire culture. Some play in hopes of winning seed money for a new venture. They want to open a food truck or a restaurant, or they want to pay a sibling's medical bills, or they want to give to a favorite charity, or maybe they want to start a nonprofit of their own. Some of them want to thank a parent. They want to go on a trip. They want to give their spouse the honeymoon they haven't had. They want to fund their infant child's college fund. They're thinking about the future of their child. All these things. And so the drama of the show is not just about whether or not these chefs can make something amazing from the basket of random ingredients that they're given. It's also about hopes and dreams. It's about family quarrels. It's about breaking barriers. All of that really serves to draw us in. It's the story element of the show. This is the story. So when we're telling stories, it's not just about, hey, we need $10,000 to complete this project. Would you help us complete the project? No, you've got to tell us what it means for that project to get done. What does it mean? Not just to you. What does it mean to the community? What does it mean to the people you're serving? What does it mean here? What does it mean there? There's so many places you can look. Who is affected if this thing gets funded? You can also look about what does it mean if it doesn't get funded, right? So you can look at it 2 ways, but that's the story element. And so when I talk about sharing stories for your fundraising, you've got to have that element of what does it mean for us to win? And, you know, donors love to be part of a winning team. So yes, what does it mean for us to win? So we could learn a lot from these Chopped contestants. We are more than what we do. We're more than the methods that we use. We're more than the ingredients that we're dealt. The missing piece in some of our stories is this what does it mean element. There's so much to lose. There's so much to gain. You've got to show us what's at stake in your mission. What's your dream? What's your vision? And what does it mean for you to win? I'm Kay Hellman. This is the Life and Mission Podcast. Find your voice, tell your story, change the world.